What up, YouTube? It is your boy, Real Talk Vegas Cowboys, coming back at you with another video. Today, my topic is going to be five guys who actually need to step up, and actually five guys who I think can step up this year. So, let's get in it. My five guys I think need to step up. This is no particular order. I'm gonna start with Jordan Lewis, cause throughout the offseason his actually name has been brought up and actually trade talk, and actually looking at the corner depth, he is really the odd man out. And honestly, I actually think he's the third best corner on the team. I actually think he's better than Anthony Brown, but they actually seem to like Anthony Brown's physical traits, his actually height and length. I don't actually think he's the better corner, but I just think he's Chris Rashad's prototype. All right, and my fourth is really 4A and 4B. It is Heath and George Iloka. I mean, because that actually starting strong safety spot. I mean, I don't even think he plays bad, but he actually could play better. And even with Ioka, he actually thought he was going to be the savior in actually Minnesota, but it didn't work out that way. So I actually think either one needs to step up, and I just think that'll make our defense stronger, personally. And next up after that is Malik Collins. I actually like Malik a lot, but injuries have kind of stalled him. He actually played well and ended up getting hurt, but he's a real tough player. But I actually think Malik could step up, especially with really his backup being drafted. And Tristan Hill, I actually think Malik will have a good chance to step it up. When he's on the field, he damn plays good, but if he steps it up a bit more, like I said, it'll raise the level of the defense. And after that, I got Taco Charlton. He's a first-round pick. He's really looking like a bust right now. Really, I don't even want to say bust. Because I like how he came on at the end of his rookie year. He actually had like 3.5 sacks in the last 4 games. And even at the beginning of the last year, he was coming on. He actually had a couple sacks. Then he got hurt. And I don't know if he didn't rehab well enough for Jason Garrett, Rod, and Chris Rashad. But he was in the doghouse after that. And actually now it just seems like he is crying and moaning about not getting playing time, and he was another one just like Jordan Lewis, who actually might got traded at actually the draft. Personally, I am glad they actually didn't trade him. I actually think he actually could be in that other column that I have of guys I think will step up. I actually feel he'll have a good year. Long as he can keep without the wine that it actually seems like adversity right now is killing him. And in this profession for the Dallas Cowboys, you actually can't have that mindset. He actually needs to go out there and actually prove it. Because we have seen him take those steps, but it just hasn't came all together. And my last one for who I think needs to step up, he's another one who I think is pretty much sliding in that other category with Blake Jarwin. It's like he's another guy I really started to like at the end of the last year. I would like for them to give him the ball more, because when he got the ball, he made things happen, but it was just so sporadically. He would have a big game, sort of like the Giants game. Then in the playoffs, they really didn't go to him. And especially when Swan went out, he actually stepped up. Now, I know with Witten coming back, it actually seemed like he would take a step back. But as of now, to me, he's the best tight end on the roster. And actually, I hope with and can help them get to that next step. Because if we get a breakout at tight end, this offense is pretty much to me will actually be unstoppable because you wouldn't be able to put 8 in the box against Zeke, and you couldn't double Amari on the outside. So with Jarwin starts eating, it'll be tough sledding against most defenses. So actually now I'm gonna take it to my other side of guys I think will step up. I'm gonna start with Connor Williams. And I think last year Connor actually had a good season. All things telling. I mean, because really, he was never playing bad. Sort of like I would say in our talks with DMV. Connor didn't play bad. He actually just didn't have NFL strength yet. He was never out of position. He was never getting beat by moves, but he was real susceptible to the bull rush, and I think that showed over the first part of the season, especially in the first Redskins game, the Panthers game, and the Texans game, where the run game really got shut down because the D tackles was just penetrating in the back end, actually just bull rushing counter. But actually, once he came back from injury, he actually balled out. You actually never heard his name towards the end of the game. I mean, I am not going to say he actually just totally did it by himself, but you didn't hear Aaron Donald's name in that Rams game. And I also think having Travis Frederick next to him, it is just going to be a huge help. I actually really think the offensive line could actually look dominant again. And my pick after that is Lyle Collins. It is the last year of his contract, and what do most players do in the last year of their contract with the Cowboys? Go on and have a Pro Bowl year. And I think Lyle Collins is going to have a Pro Bowl caliber year. He is never, since he's moved to right tackle, he actually hasn't missed a game due to injury. And actually with Mark Colombo back as the O-line coach, he actually looked real good going down the stretch. He actually can still be beat with the pass rush moves because his feet is out of place a lot. But if he gets his hands on you, it is a wrap. He's probably the most physically gifted player on our O-line. And that showed in his rookie year when he was at left guard. I would rather have him at left guard. I think is a better position for him, but it is more money at tackle, so it is what it is. But I actually think Lyle's really gonna have a good year. And my next player up is Michael Gallup, and he's another player coming down the stretch was on fire. It is like can't nobody beat him and can't nobody check him going deep. He was beating Marshawn Lattimore. He actually was killing. He actually was killing in the Rams game, the Seahawks game. The only thing that actually stopped his actually stats from looking even better was probably him and Dak's chemistry deep was hit and miss. Sometimes Dak could get him and sometimes he wouldn't. And I look back at those plays. His release off the line isn't great all the time. Say, like if you look at Amari, his release is always smooth. So he always has the corner in the trail position, which is why whenever Dak throws to Amari's wide open because he just sets you up with his moves coming out the line. I don't think Gallup has quite, because he's a rookie. He actually quite hasn't mastered that yet, and I'm thinking Sanjay Lyle will probably work on him even more because if you look at the ones where they actually was successful, his actually release off the line was perfect, and actually Dak hit him on the money. But actually, when it wasn't perfect, they would just barely miss. And I think this season those will connect more, which will definitely keep keep the safety and extra man off out of the box for Zeke with to make his life easier, and I think really Gallup is going to shine this season. I mean, of course, barring injury, which is the key to everything. And my next guy coming out the box is X Woods. When X Woods came back from injury, if you look, his trend line just went up, up, up. He actually was the guy who they was worried about missing tackles. And if you look down, he actually became a big hitter coming down the stretch. And I really think X Woods is I'm going to take that next step this year. I don't know about a Pro Bowl, but he's going to be real close, and I think he is going to be a real big part of our secondary successes, especially with the pass rush. I think if he can make more plays on the ball, it is going to be a lights out season for him. And my last guy, which actually seems strange, but Jalen Smith. And I know some of y'all are going to say, Jalen Smith? Jalen ball last year. Yes, and that was his first real good year, healthy coming off the injury. And I think Jalen's ceiling this year is Defensive Player of the Year. He can really be that because it's damn near nothing he could do. I mean, probably he can fight off blocks better, which I think a year more in the league, he will definitely do that. But I'm almost saying Jalen's going to look like the fourth or fifth best player on the team this year and the best player on defense. I think Jalen's he is going to be a 4 or 5 interception guy, 4 to 5, 6 sacks, 120 tackles, and maybe 1 or 2 defensive touchdowns. That is just my prediction. That is just what I see out of him. And I think by mid-season, they're going to like Jalen's the best middle linebacker in the league. And I think if Jalen takes that step, we will be in the range of the first, the third best defense in the league. And that is just my prediction. And my wild card guys, Cheeto Awuzie. Cheeto to me is personally the best corner on the team. And if you look at it, he actually had the tougher assignments last year. And a few times he did get beat was just perfect throws. Like, if you look at the TD got beat for Julio, he was there, perfect throw. One of the plays in the playoffs to Doug Baldwin. Baldwin just made a catch where he was like, hey, chalk it up here, there's nothing more he could do. To me, I think Cheeto could replace Byron in the Pro Bowl this year. I think Cheeto plays the ball better. I think he has a chance for a couple more interceptions this year, and I think he's my wild card guy. Well, thank y'all for listening to me. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me I did a bad job. Tell me what I need to improve. Hey, I am starting off now, so thanks for listening to me. I will try to get one of these out at least every day, or else every other day at a minimum. Thank you, y'all. Talk to y'all the next time. Peace out.